Good to meet you. We have been chatting over Discord and Twitch for a little while now, but finally to get to meet together is nice.
Yeah, very much. Thank you very much for coming on today. I know the games came quite a ways from January, from what I understand from some reviews I've read, or at least it came somewhere in a better spot.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been listening to feedback from fans and reading through all the comments on Steam and then making sure that we prioritize stuff, right? So I think the key is to listen and do your best to fix what needs to be fixing first, priorities, and still a long way to go, but we're getting there. We're already getting there from early access January 5th to July release 0.6 it's gone a long way. It's really unbelievable. Yeah, 12 solid months of crazy work here involved here, so it's awesome.
12 months is impressive for what I've already played, not to mention the rest of the game. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, well, we have a team of really passionate people, right? So they just love building games, and so we've had some months that were pretty intense along the way to push the content, to fix things, to improve, to revisit. We have multiple iteration on things, especially drilling rig, drilling vehicle, all that. The last release was amazing, and we're probably 3/4 of the way. There's still stuff I want to see with that vehicle, right? And there's more combat to do, combat work, improving level generations for procedural dungeons and stuff like that also. And there's quite a bit of work still left, but I think we're a really, really good start now. We have a really good start.
Awesome. Yeah, I really do enjoy the dungeons that go in there. It's not gonna be the same all the time. Like, if you die and you go back in, it's different. It's not, oh, I know exactly where to get this item. It's not there, right?
That's right. Yeah. So that's a bit of replay value there, and that system to generate dungeon is really flexible. So we can easily add more biomes, or we would like to introduce missions at some point in the fall. So yeah. So I think we're setting up for a really good procedural dungeon system and a lot of fun for players.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, great news, man. Um, and how big is your studio? Was it still 3 people, or?
We're down. Well, actually, we are down to 2, but we have quite a few interns now. We got some help from people that we've met along the way. So now we're we have additional help of interns and people that wants to gain that experience that are going to be coming in and helping. Yeah, so we're down to 2 though at the moment. Yeah, just down to 2.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And,
We should be ramping up back in the fall and then getting additional developer help and what have you.
so what is your end goal with Relic Odyssey? Is it your first game, right?
This is the first game, yeah. So really what I wanted to see is establishing a baseline for a system of episodes. I don't know how the market will react to the concept of episodes, but I'd love to see, this is episode 1, then we're bringing out 2 or 3 acolytes to a different planet maybe, or a different investigation, or as form of DLCs, or as form as a brand new game. I don't know yet, but I would like to see maybe a 3-episode franchise here. So that'd be fantastic. But they're intense games to build, so it's a lot of funding. It's a lot of looking for investors and what have you. So yeah, it's we are actually in the process of integrating, like we to design game number 2 of a smaller scope, completely different genre, just to come help and support us with these larger projects like Relic Odyssey. So there's some news coming up in the fall also regarding game number 2.
Nice.
Without spoiling it.
That's really cool. So you got like a smaller game that um, is going to help fund the big picture of Relic Odyssey and
Exactly.
beyond, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm still pretty new business wise. I'm still pretty new to the field. Like as a software developer, I know my way around software, but business wise, I've been at it for December 22nd. So I'm still learning the inner working of marketing and what it is about to be an indie studio, and then finding help. And like recently I started working with Andrea Gajda from Romania. She's been a fantastic help for marketing and outreach to players and what have you. And then now we started to cooperate with additional like with All Ages of Geek, which is two sisters that run a YouTube channel of all kind of cool stuff. And they have a big follower and following. They have a big following, but they're amazing to work with. So I think that's gonna create a nice synergy between Tatiana and her sister and us. So it's all of this that we're kind of ramping up on about the game business.
Awesome. Did you happen to state it was December 22nd that you started?
Yeah, I started.
22nd,
Yeah,
2022 is what you were saying, maybe?
December 15, 2022.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind that you got the game out that quick. I mean, from a little bit of programming that I do know, and I always see a lot of people. They say it takes a lot of effort and all that kind of stuff. So, but your team must be really coherent and able to put things together, right? Like,
I have to admit, Adam, I was very fortunate. Basically, what happened, if I may explain a bit of the background of what how that
yeah.
all started. So basically, there's a professor at Algonquin College that knows the students well there, and as they graduated, and then without giving his name, they graduated, he told me these are pretty good candidates to help you start your studio. So I approached them. They were looking for work, and I gave them a chance to fire up their career, which is another very important part of HonourBound, is to help students fire up their career. You know, putting a studio on their resume is a really great way to start their career. So I grabbed Keith, Anna, and Liam as they were coming out, and they were all three people from the same capstone project, which is their big final project at Algonquin College.
nice.
So I
Algonquin, nice.
grabbed all they were gelling already together when they came in. It was just flying. It's literally flying. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up around the valley myself.
Yeah.
I know Algonquin College is like a fairly that's an auto, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
in Ottawa, and they have a game program where you can either switch to art, switch to dev. You get a peek at both, and you can make a kind of a specialty after that. So I went and grabbed Liam is a technical artist basically, and I was a modeler animator, and she helps with some business like pitch decks and stuff like that also. And Keith was just the lead developer. He wrote pretty much most of the game alongside with me. My
Wow.
contribution was really small. You know, Keith is basically the guy behind the game here. So
That's awesome, man. Like,
just very fortunate, very timely and fortunate.
I know everyone always has grunts people like it's say in a factory, they always help like the bigger picture. You always need the leader to help, guide people on wherever the journey is or whatever you're making. Uh, so you definitely have an integral part of the game, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But as a leader, you're nothing, right? If you don't have the kind of support you need,
Yeah.
is the complexity and intricacies of the whole process, whether it's ideation, brainstorming, designing, all of that. This is all parts of a bigger thing. And without Keith, Liam, and Anna, I would not be here today. It's those three guys alongside with Kong on visual design and social media, and then Andrea that came in to help with marketing later on. We just landed on each other. We basically, she poked me on Discord. I liked her. I liked what she did. I liked her attitude. Got on a call, and then that's it. She came in to help with marketing. Yeah, so it's a series of synchronicities and connecting with people that makes all of this possible.
That is awesome, man. Like, just to kind of further go in with that, I know you were saying, you need everyone needs each other kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if everyone's doing their own thing, you're never really going to be kind of the gel, like that gel together. You always need at least one person on the top to help, like yourself, to keep everyone in, right?
Mm.
Keith did a lot of work. And, he talked with yourself and Andrea, right?
Yeah, Liam and Anna.
Oh, okay. Liam and Anna. Okay.
Yeah, Liam, Anna, and Keith, basically a little trio of power.
Impressive, man. And what was a must-have gameplay mechanic you wanted for the game?
There's two main thing, and that came first was the glove mechanic. So be able to push and pull and attract and manipulate the environment. So that was one of the main first few things. But the first prototype I built in December, January, the first 2 months was the drilling mechanic. So we went through a couple iterations. So that had to be there. There. It's some of the most satisfying gameplay experience I've had is to drill down the earth like Minecraft or that dwarven game also has some cool drilling mechanic. What is the name of that game? Galactic. Oh my god, I drew a blank. Anyway, there's an amazing drilling mechanic in other games that I've really always enjoyed. So I thought, okay, what if we push that to the next limit a little bit? I'd like to have a platform you can sit on, you can fight on it, but you can also mount it and then drill down. And then we have additions that are going to be coming in 2024, 2025 that are going to be battles and missions that are just driven by the vehicle. So we're going to have additional biomes going to be landing there, and then it's going to be like a more like larger scale battles. And so that vehicle's got to be anchored like a siege mode type of thing that we have in StarCraft. I was always thinking about a siege mode where you land down, you siege, and then you have to defend that position with the drilling rig, the vehicle. So I think, and it can go on and off. Now the drill you can mount on it and start using laser, right? So the smaller vehicle has can be mounted now, and then you can turn into a laser to drill down and break larger rocks. But there's more to come with this. So
wow,
that's
okay,
probably going to be mounted with like rocket launchers and all kind of stuff eventually. Yeah, and having the ability to mount. Based on the mission you're going to be going to, you're going to be able to mount additional turrets of kind, right? Of any kind around it, and that will be tied to the crafting system. what you discover throughout the adventure. So that's coming soon, but I'm gonna need probably a bit more staff to tackle those elements. So sometimes in the fall, hopefully.
Yeah, that looks like that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's one of the most complex pieces in the game is the drilling vehicle. So it doesn't squeeze where it should not. So you don't want to get stuck, right? Or keep the right distance from the floor. Don't go too high so you don't see over the walls. All of that stuff needs to be accounted for. It's a lot of testing, but more to come for that. Absolutely. So glove, drilling vehicle, and the next thing that came in was we wanted to have a pet or a companion of some sort. So that's where Clunky came in.
Yeah.
Clunky is just friggin' amazingly fun to see. We're working a bit on his dialogue at the moment. So we're going to have more funny dialogue. I like to work with better authors. Like most of the authoring of the game is us. So I like maybe to hire an author to really nail down his personality, right? And then maybe bring in a voice actor of some sort, or start putting real voice acting in there. So it goes one notch of a better quality, but it's really expensive. So
yeah, that
baby
definitely
steps,
would be.
baby steps. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Clunky the way he is already.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I guess more human voices would be better.
Yeah, I know he always says like hi, and kind of weird how you can kind of dress him up too. It's like you put the mustache on him and the hat, and yeah, like I didn't expect it to be something like that in the game, and you give him different abilities and stuff like that. Like you can craft those items for him.
Yeah.
He's
gonna
the game
get
is really
some love
complex.
too. Yeah, it's gonna get some love too. I think the thing I don't like as much from him is the guns are inside his body, so I like them to be pulled out, so on each side of him. So you see the action a bit more. You see more of what's mounted on him. So that's probably another branch of one developer sitting on those tasks and then improve Clunky. So yeah, I think we have a year, maybe another year or so at least of work before we can call this maybe version 1.0.
That's exciting news for version 1, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, some games don't even make it that far. I think it was I can't remember what game it was, but they finally got a 1.0, 7 Days to Die.
Oh yeah, this is like 3 weeks ago, I think, right? 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I don't know how, I believe it was this year.
Yeah.
Or I think it is this year. I know where they updated the graphics and whatnot. Yeah.
They've been at it for what, 7 years, I think.
Yeah, see, 7 years, and you got a 1 year timeline ish kind of thing, 1 year, 1.5 years, something like that.
Right.
That's impressive, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Quite different mechanics. So the fact that we're a bit more linear thing may simplifies things. And survival sandbox is there's a lot of game mechanic, a lot of technology, right? Like digging down in 7 Days to Die is they have a full voxel, right? Or I think it's like remarching voxel or something like that. Whereas ours, as to cut down on the complexity, we went with fixed positions drilling holes for now. So yeah, so it's the fact that we managed in 12 months because we made some compromises to cut down on development time, hoping to expand later on. So 7 Days to Die is a beast of a game too, right? It's like fully open world, streaming world.
Yeah. Yeah, like
really
I first
amazing.
played that on PlayStation 4 quite a few years ago, and then I picked it up on Steam and haven't played it since, or even played it on Steam yet. But I do really like Minecraft. I played a lot of that, a lot of like mining down, like you were saying. I think it was Deep Rock Galactic or something like that you were talking about.
Thank you. Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, amazing looking game. Holy smoke. Love the visual, love the UI, love it. Yeah.
I haven't played it yet, so don't give me any hate or anything. I haven't played it yet. I do want to play it. Um, there's so many games to play, so many awesome games. Definitely want to revisit Minecraft with some like different visual settings and stuff. Uh, I noticed you were talking about having a little guy that could like dig through different rock and stuff like that on the ship vehicle. You're talking?
The drilling vehicle is currently, well, the drilling happens in fixed locations,
Yeah.
and the laser, the last update, like 0.6.1, integrated drilling laser. So not only you have your main drilling down, the main drilling mechanic. Now you can hop on the laser, and then by using by using a special mode, you turn it into a laser and you can start breaking a rock. So kind of dual drilling mechanic here. One is to open up special places like side tunnels and what have you, whereas the other one is just the main drilling mechanic. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really intuitive because when I first was playing it, I don't know if you were there at that time, but I was digging down in one of the set spots, going down, and then I noticed there was the rock, and there might have been I think some kind of cursor over top of it to identify, and then I hit the one button there, right click, and I was what? I'm using a gun on this digging rig here, like, and I put two and two together, and I broke the rock with the laser, and it was a great experience.
It's very, very satisfying. Yeah, absolutely. It's very satisfying. And more to come. I would love to do like all kind of stuff with that. That's the beautiful thing about building a game after that, especially a game you play, right? Like a game.
Yeah.
If you build a game that you play yourself, right? Then all kind of an idea pops in your mind, right? It's nonstop, all kind of cool stuff you could do. You just need to temper yourself to select so you don't overwhelm the player, and then so because otherwise you spread too much. But there's more to come with that drilling rig. Without giving too much, I mean, there's gonna be some more, quite a few more mechanic, probably like some sort of shield, like I was mentioning earlier on siege mode. Maybe kind of a king over the hill, you defend a structure of some sort, or maybe Xantao structure needs to be defended, or so yeah. There's more guns loading, maybe even more clunkies, or maybe we'll have a little sister to clunky. I don't know. We'll see. There's so much path we can bring this Relic Odyssey game into. Yeah.
Or maybe Clunky might have a pet, or a little baby Clunky. Yeah, I don't know. It's just an idea, right?
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. And I don't know if third person was ever like a consideration. Others in the ship, but not like for the character, right? It was always been like a first person shooter kind of thing, or a first person survival game.
Yeah, we did consider third person, but as soon as we pull the camera out, you should see what the first person character look like. It's like if you look at Sam in third person with its rig as a first person character, just to make things look right in first person, the arms are like all weirdly positioned, and you need a whole set of animation that would look a whole lot better, right? Like because you're looking at your main character, so it's a pile of work to go third person.
Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't really understand that.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of work to go third person. Need animators, absolutely need more animators to work on that. But it is a possibility. Like it is a possibility. I would say, listening to fans. If I get like a large amount of fans asking for this, then probably that would pop up on a backlog, right, and then start considering doing that.
But then, is it really part of the vision? I don't know if it was really any.
No.
Okay.
No, it was the immersive first person.
Got it. That's what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel a little bit more detached. I don't know for you also, Adam. I feel a bit more detached. If I'm a camera away from the person, it's almost like I'm playing somebody else rather than be it. Right? So, but I know first person causes a bit of motion sickness in some players. We had feedback for that. There's just nothing we can do about it, like other than slowing down the speed of the mouse, the scrolling speed and stuff like that. But yeah, first person was the original plan.
Yeah, like I said, that's my favorite. Some games, it's a make or break, but a lot of them are not. Like Fortnite, I like do like to play that, and that is third person.
Never played it. Yeah, I've just watched a couple videos on it, but I never played it.
Now, when you're making the game, there, I guess I'm kind of going back some. Was there like a big, a special place where everyone kind of gels together a bit, or really well, kind of thing? Is there like a special
physical location? You mean?
Yeah.
Well, with the pandemic, there's a huge trend that started is remote work, and it's been quite challenging to get together because we're spread out across Ottawa.
Okay. Yeah.
So we've had a couple events together, like outings and meals and stuff like that. So we did the House of Targ one once. I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, we do not have an official work office. So as indies, you do it quite often. You don't have the fund to rent. They're expensive rentals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's in the $10,000 or $20,000 range monthly expenses. So
monthly.
Yeah, the rental space here, like in the technology park in Canada, is pretty expensive.
Yeah, I was listening to Ross from New York, and he was talking about somewhere charging 75,000 like US dollars a month for buildings like that. And then he reiterated that it was $75,000 a month, and yeah.
Yeah,
like that so really hits home. Even you said 20,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So we all work remote basically, and people like that, because you can fire up a laundry kids fire your laundry. You can take breaks, go out, and just crash for a nap if you need to. Just your home, right? So it's been working fantastic.
Yeah. Now, was there ever like a big panic moment you ever had building the game? Maybe like before release date or something?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's one. the Steam working. Holy smoke. Okay. Well, it's a bit of a disaster, Steam, at times, I find. It's like your game is officially considered shipped as soon as you turn early access on.
Oh, okay, yep.
That is a disaster for marketing, because you get a couple of days or up to a week where you pushed up the algorithm to show your game, and after that you get pushed down. So you need to support your game along the way with that. So we went early access, but I didn't have the marketing support for it. So we just start going down into the algorithm. So we're pretty low in the algorithm right now because we're just not active enough to keep the game up with marketing support. So that was quite a disappointment, I have to say. So the next time our visibility is going to increase, and when we switch again and our release date gets updated, and then we get version 1.0. But for all the media outlet, IGN, whatever, in terms of new titles, we're getting older at the moment because we're early access, right? We're kind of falling back into since we shipped since January 5th. So now the full release is going to be a lot of work to
I gotcha.
market it. Yeah.
So I got a kind of a different, not really a question, but it kind of seems like it's obviously this is new information for me. Like I've never put a game out like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like when I put a video on YouTube, it's got like that. It gets pushed out, right? And if I don't have people don't know me on a different platform, kind of thing. I guess YouTube is a little bit different, but I kind of thought I had a way that I was going to make that into that, but yeah, there is like an algorithm. It'll get pushed out and then it slowly gets like funneled back, or for who it gets brought to, right? It might be a little bit out of your wheelhouse, but
yeah, I suspect it's similar mechanic, maybe different algorithm, but in your case, I suspect ideally with each video you push, we're going to marketing land here, but you would want to support it with giveaways and then broadcasting your new video on all the social media accounts, and maybe even have a marketing firm coming and support each of your videos, so you're leading more traffic, you get more followers and all that stuff. So basically a marketing funnel is you put $1 in, you should get $2 out or something like that, and there's a ratio. To put 25 cents in, you get 33 cents out, something on all those lines, right? There's a conversion ratio, and then you need to keep feeding that, so at the end you get more more sales and profit.
Yeah, okay, I understand that. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that out for sure.
it's all timing on top of that. So the rest is, if you reach out marketing wise, if you reach out to content creators, they can take 6 to 8 weeks to answer your emails if they're busy. Most of them are like working evenings, doing streaming evenings and weekends, and they have a full-time job, so they have a big backlog. So it's all timing and synchronicity, and then a bit of luck sometimes.
Yeah, definitely some luck, and obviously some kind of skill in there too. But yeah, because you never know what's gonna like go viral or whatever, right? What game's gonna skyrocket? Well, it's a bit more different with a game because there's a lot more mechanics into it and time than making a video. But yeah,
right.
Have you ever thought about co-op for Relic Odyssey? I think that would be extremely tough because that's like adding networking and yeah.
I suspect we will probably never be network co-op. But local co-op is on the table. Maybe later on. Yeah. We're actually bringing local co-op in for the game number 2. So what we discover, the inner working of networking, local co-op. Maybe we're gonna bring that over to Relic Odyssey, right?
Yeah, because that seems like a very big undertaking, especially if no one's made a game before, right? And to kind of go with the co-op and yeah.
So at least local co-op where I don't know, maybe you can play Sam, Sarah, and Clunky. One of the players Clunky. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, something along those lines. If you don't have to implement a full new character, so each character is 1, 2, or 3 weeks of work. So if you were to add another playable character, it's quite an undertaking, right? So got to be careful.
Yeah, and then different lines, or they got to communicate with each other, and yeah, that's a huge dynamic right there as well.
And in the game mode, how do we integrate a second character in a linear story without having to revisit all your dialogues, and it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty tough. It's almost like I think we need like another play mode where it's more like defend the base or something like that with the same mechanic, but no story. No story along the way.
I got you
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Do you have a favorite dev tool or some kind of favorite program that's been? I don't. Can you have a favorite program making a game? I don't know. Like,
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of JetBrains, which is a European-based company, and they make amazing development tools. Like I use Writer instead of Visual Studio, so that's always
okay.
been my go-to uh, IDE. Yeah, I kind of swear that JetBrains have completely changed the landscape of development, in my opinion. There's just it's not as known to North America not as popular in North America that it is in Europe. So they still have a bit of work here to pierce through the market here. So Rider, I think it's pretty good, and people have been using it for both Unity and Unreal development.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
noticed you had it was on Unreal or not Unreal, but the
Unity.
Ubisoft. Uh,
Which tool are you which tool are you thinking about?
weren't using the Ubisoft or games making engine or the Ubisoft
Um,
engine. I thought I saw it
no,
on
right
there.
now we're using Unity and a
Yeah,
few
Unity. Yeah,
assets.
Unity. Yeah.
Unity, yeah. So Unity 3D is, let's say, now the second largest after Unreal, second largest platform to develop games on. Yeah, so we use
Oh,
that because it's easier to get junior to come in and then ramp up on it. But it has a bit of performance issue and it's a bit more work to make the game run faster. So we have quite a bit of work still to do on Relic Odyssey, especially doing with dynamic shadows. I think Holy Fire, one of the fans, listed our drop shadows or our shadows to be a bit of a culprit in the performance of the game. So I'm gonna have to look into this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I read that on someone's review of the game. They're talking
Mm-hmm.
about shadows. Uh,
Yeah.
with the
So,
Unity engine, I remember they had some kind of backlash last year. I think it was, or maybe it was this year. Did
mm-hmm.
that ever come into like play where it was like paying per download or something was going on there?
Oh yeah, that was a complete disaster. They've lost a lot of
Yeah.
clients.
So did you ever think that you might have wanted to move away from the Unity engine, or is that when like
Um.
a scary time, man?
Oh yeah, that would have been that. Well, switching would probably be the end of my studio.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
This is when you invest into like because I built an engine. I built an engine on top of Unity, right? So the FPS Relic Odyssey engine is we built that with Keith and Liam and all the pieces that are on top here. Converting that to Unreal, it will be extremely expensive.
And a
So
nightmare,
all
probably.
yeah, so all the dialogue based voices and then the dialogues that are based on node canvas plus our custom nodes on top of it. Node canvas is an asset, Unity asset that we customize the crap out of it. Oops, sorry. We customize the heck out of it. And
Yes.
then connecting with the cloud and what have you. So all of those custom parts would need to be ported over to Unreal. Doable, but you need money to do that.
All right. I've got. I'm gonna say this is a really good question. What was like the biggest bug, or maybe the most annoying bug you've had on the game, like in development so far? Oh,
I
no
started.
comment.
Eh?
No comment. You haven't had any bad ones yet, or you're trying to think out
Oh
which one
no,
is the worst?
no. I'm thinking of the worst one. That one
Okay,
that
okay.
was really. Yeah. So we started. We started investigating drilling the Unity terrain early days, and we found this asset that using stamps you can drill down and then um, it was basically voxel based, and then you use a stamp and you stamp a terrain and it carves that part. But as it carves, it creates additional geometry, right? It creates additional triangles and what have you. So the drilling rig was sitting on top of the terrain, and we were trying to see how fast we could drill down using this asset. And I've based most of my prototype on that, thinking, okay, that's gonna fly quick enough. It's gonna be nice enough. But as soon as we started doing smaller chunks of drilling, like more gradual drilling, the whole system started to crawl.
Oh,
So we had to basically scrap that asset and start from scratch for that. So that was really
yeah, that
that
sounds
was
like a nasty bug. Yeah.
yeah. So there's actually quite a few lessons learned about using Unity assets. I mean, they look nice on YouTube, they look nice in the asset store, but they're never meant. They work by themselves. They work right by themselves. They make great demos and what have you. But as soon as you integrate them into your own systems, then the integration quite often falls apart. So you end up rewriting it or coming with a different idea on how you're going to proceed. And we did that with drilling those down those tunnels.
Yeah, and that's a really cool aspect of the game too. I didn't really think much of how much that would have been impacting the game. Like, just drilling down doesn't seem like much, right? Like that it would be doing that much to uh,
It's a
the
large
engine.
system. It's a very large system to do that. Yeah.
Because I got to play it and it just it worked, right? I mean, I even used the shift key and the ship was moving further, or the dig rig was moving faster in the air. It was really nice. I don't know if you can use the shift to dig down faster, but probably not.
Yeah, not at the moment, but yeah. So the kind of, if you call it a blooper, like the bloopers
Blooper,
of
okay.
development. The bloopers of development is taking an asset and you say, okay, this is gonna work, and then you're 5 weeks in, is like, you know what? When the entire level is there, this chokes for some reason, right? Or you finish a terrain, you have it at the resolution you want, it's good enough, you start drilling. Oh my god, this is choking. This is like the FPS is dropping, and we bring that to a low end system, and it's like when you drill down, it's like 7 or 8 frames per second. This won't work. This won't work. So,
Yeah, because
big bug.
majority of people have like probably GTX 10 series, I think that they would be called,
Right.
or GeForce 10 series.
Yeah. So if you look at an indie game, you don't expect that game to require a 2060 or 3060
No.
or the third or fourth generations or whatever. So we had to backtrack there, and then Keith redesigned the entire drilling system twice, I think, just because the performance was not there.
Twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And after that, connecting those side tunnels, they used to be dynamic, but then we went into generate ones, because to be able to let animals navigate those, you need to put in what they call navigation mesh, which is a thin layer that says where you can walk and where you cannot. So all that generated dynamically was pretty slow. So we had to bake what we call baking them to all those nav mesh, and then after that you go in and you need to indicate if you can jump from one rock to another. Let's say some of the shaft had little ramp down. I remember going down some of those shafts. Some of them need to be linked by hand by an artist. It's not automated.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
One by one.
that is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about any animals being down there. I don't know if there are enemies down there, but animals would be a little bit different.
Yeah, there's some enemies. Yeah, some enemies, and they need that nav mesh to be able to walk around, chase you, and what have you. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed there was a bit of a secret down there. You could see like going through the rocks, probably the procedural generating stuff, but you can kind of, I don't know if it's a glitching through the rock, but or
Okay,
maybe
yeah.
it's kind of there, kind of supposed to be there, but maybe not. But you can see it there, and then it's like, well, am I cheating the game or?
Oh, you should send me a screenshot. I want to see where that is. Probably a bug.
Oh, okay. I see it a lot when I go down. Maybe it's because of my graphics card or something. Maybe? No, I don't think it's graphics card, but yeah, I was I was grabbing quite a few items right through the walls and stuff like that, but
Okay. Oh, you're talking about harvesting in the ground,
yeah, harvesting from
like harvesting. That's built in. It's a
Okay,
built-in
okay.
feature. Yeah.
Cool.
I think
I
it
liked
needs
it.
some. It needs some visual. I think it needs some visual cue, like maybe some of them are spiking through the floor a bit, or at least when you pull them, dirt should fly with it, or it should be causing a hole of some sort, or yeah, needs a bit of love. I think that effect.
That sounds like a lot of work for like yeah.
Yeah. Well, we need to put a particle system emitter at least, and then I don't know about drilling a hole there, but at least you should see some dirt flying or what have you.
Yeah, that's definitely really cool. Yeah, we were talking about animals there. And then there was some weird looking salamander six-eyed guys, I think.
Oh, which one is that?
The kind of like salamander guys, they got a big mouth or long, kind of like a worm.
Oh, these the tumblers maybe you're talking about? Yeah.
I wish I knew
have
the name.
multiple eyes? Multiple
Yeah,
eyes
right
on
in the
top?
front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tumblers.
Okay,
like
yeah,
them?
tumbles, yeah, and then they like spin at you. Yeah, that's a really good mechanic that you got going on there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite enemy also. Yeah, especially if you have 2 or 3 of them on you, you need to dodge and send Clunky on one. Clunky, get this one.
Yeah, can you send him on one?
No, I
Okay,
wish. That'd be a cool feature. You tank that one.
I mean, I added some stuff onto Clunky, and he was being a pretty bad bee. You know, he was just like he was killing stuff after I gave him some things.
Oh, I wish I could just load a rocket launcher on Clunky. That'd be freaking hilarious.
That's something I haven't even had a chance to use yet as a rocket launcher yet. I spent a lot of time gathering resources because, yeah, I just like to do that for some reason. I don't know.
Feels good.
Yeah, Minecraft's kind of part of me, you know?
Yeah. The hunt for diamonds.
Yeah, I like to dig down to the bedrock and then go up, I don't know, 15, 16 up from there, and you just kind of go across and you'll find something. Like, I was crazy that way.
I love it. I played weeks and weeks of Minecraft also. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, Brady's Got Kittens. It's in the chat right now. It's in the first area of Minecraft. We made a whole train that went all the way around, like the whole under the bottom. all the way around, like on the whole map. Oh, it was took us a long time, but we were
took you
dedicated.
weeks.
I don't know. I don't know how long it took.
Survival mode? Like
Yeah, not creative.
You-
Not creative.
survival mode? Wow. That's a lot of tracks.
Yeah, man. And digging because it was what 4x4 just to get the track through, right? Or the train, the cart, mine cart.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you encounter all kind of things along the way, so it's kind of it's nice.
Yeah, and then you get the battles of the lava might be coming in or whatever, something like that too. But that you can hear the lava coming. So maybe would sound be a good thing for the resources in Relic? I feel like I've heard some sounds before, but not
like the
at a distance.
the idle sound. Like if you
Yeah.
go by it, I love that idea. That's pretty cool. Like a little humming or
Yeah, just some kind of like faint audio cue, you know. Always like in Minecraft, you might hear like a shaft or whatever those in underground the mine areas.
I'm gonna write this one down. I really like it, Adam.
Okay, yeah.
Mineral, kind of humming sound or something.
Yeah.
This is actually basically it's really easy to do actually, because since the game is all setting up with prefabs, just if you change you have a series of prefab for each of the minerals. Just go in there, put an audio source and with a specific range, and you're done. Yeah. Ooh. I like it.
And it sounds easy too. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah, this one is pretty easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank you very much for coming on today. You're the first ever. I really enjoyed myself, and I would love to do another interview when you got more updates, kind of thing. Because I'm definitely going to keep on playing the game. I want to see how far I can get. Get that rocket launcher. You know, like there's a bunch of things I haven't got yet. And I think I have it on hard mode as well.
Oh my god! Okay, first time on hard mode.
Yeah. It's been all right. The enemy's a little bit rough there. The bosses, they kind of chase me. You know, I don't know. It might be my skill too, but I'll dig deeper into it.
I think you have it right. I think we need to start inserting a bit more range attacks. So while it's doing a range, you can back away. Some of them are too on your toes, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So that needs to come in as a revamp for all bosses, or something for you to slow them down somehow, or maybe Clunky has a web of some sort to slow it down. I don't know. Well, we need to address that for sure. They're on your toes too much.
Yeah, I've been able to beat every boss so far. I mean, thumbs up, man. And it creates a lot of tension because the guy's on me, he's on me, but yeah. And I wasn't really given using health either because it's not really my nature to figure it out right away.
You mean help, like looking online for guides and stuff like that, or?
No, I'm not a guide. I kind of forget what I was talking about. I worked 8 hours already, plus I've been streaming for hour long already today.
You like need due for a nap?
Yeah, I can see us sometime in the next few hours for sure.
Adam, are you gonna line up more speakers, if I may ask? Are you gonna like more speakers or more interviews for your channel?
Oh yes, for sure, man.
Yeah.
I definitely want to have some more people on. I've tried to link out, put some more hooks out there to see if anyone wants to.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit more. Oh, it might be harder for like smaller developers to want to come on. There could be language barriers too, right? I mean, that could really make things hard, right? Especially if you don't speak the same language. Yeah. I believe
you have indie devs. You can get bigger studios to come in, and even maybe work with other content creators, right? Streamers.
Yeah.
Bring a bigger streamer, and then share a bit of what it's about to run a stream and try to make a living out of this.
Yeah, because I work 40 hours a week. Well, I was working less, but now I'm on 5 days a week instead of 3. So I
Okay.
got to work my full 40 hours.
And then you hop on streaming.
Doing that daily as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You're
we
a
love it,
hustler.
right? Yeah, so are you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no other way. You
Yeah.
gotta do that. It's been a pleasure, Adam. Thank you for having
Yeah,
me. I mean, I
thank you.
love doing that. I love connecting with people. So please don't be shy. Even if you want to hop on Discord and have a chat about game dev, if you're a student that would like to get some hints on how to fire up your career, poke me. I'll be happy across the globe. I don't mind anywhere. You know, even if you're in if you're in the US, if you're in Canada, if you're in Europe or whatever, it doesn't matter. Hop on and I'll be happy to chat with you.
Awesome. So should I direct them to your Discord or your website?
Absolutely. Yeah, Discord is good.
Yeah, best way to reach me is there.
You know, your response might take a while to get. It would take a while to get to you, so I'm not ignoring you. It's probably swamped on something else, but I will get to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, dude.
It's a pleasure, and till the next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Here we go. That was awesome. So we're going to do some giveaways here for Relic Odyssey here. And I'm seeing that I had forgot my game link on there for the Steam page. It's I'll do some. Oh yeah, and if you guys are looking for the Discord, it's at HonourBoundGameStudios.com. Got the Steam page, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and X or Twitter, whatever you want to call that. All the greatness, all the fun, and obviously wish list, man. Wish list. If you don't already have the game, wish list. Maybe someone will get it for you in your friends list. That's how we do it, man. So let's